You can't start a story without turning the page. And that's exactly where I find myself as I start entering into the next chapter of my life. But in much the same way, you guys are starting that too. And that's why the first people I'd like to address are the rising seniors as well as the underclassmen for the Clements academic speech team. Now, you need to remember something. Life is a journey to be experienced, not a problem to be solved. I know that within our climate and within our community, we oftentimes think that, yeah, there's a lot of problems, and that's true. But it's looking at these problems and spinning them in such a way that you can find that silver lining, that you guys will find the success. Because I know that within my experiences on the Clements academic speech team, I found the exact same thing. See, sophomore year, I found myself in a bit of a rut. And I really found myself trying, but I just couldn't hit what I needed to do within the events that I was competing in. And that's where I know that a lot of you can identify in this much the same manner. But it's overcoming that makes you a better person and brings you into the long run that you want to see in the future. So just like my other senior officers have said, stick with it. But in addition to that, make sure that you do it because you love it. And it's not simply because of the fact that, oh, your friends are pressuring you to do it or something like that. It's to the effect of what you're trying to do with your life in the future that makes this activity so meaningful, and which is why with the leagues of seniors that have come before you and the legacy of the people that have set this as the precedent that you follow in the future, they loved it. So it's our hope that you love it in the same way. But not just that. As we start moving forward into the rest of what you guys are going to be doing in your lives and what the rest of us will be doing in our lives, it's not so much that we're leaving you, but it's more like we're challenging you to keep doing what you love. And that's why, as we start moving forward, I really would like to thank not just the people who have made this experience very wholesome and have put experiences in my heart that I will never be able to forget. But first, to my fellow seniors, I know you guys have been with me on the fact that we've seen this team go from one point to another, but we're all in this together. So I'm glad that we're able to share this last moment together and cherish it in such a way. And then also to my fellow officer boards, some of which I have number one, my previous partner within public forum, and then number two, he's also my co-president. Number two, the person who got me hooked on congressional debate in the first place with our other senior mentor, Mr. Stephen Jang. Thank you for that. And then John Lynn, late night prep partner with Refutations and Crystals written in round. Thank you for helping us accumulate the resources that we needed for that. But most of all, I think the two most important thank yous that I'd like to give are number one, to my parents, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. You guys kept pushing me and telling me to do what I wanted, even though I thought that I was taxing its toll on you guys. So thank you for continuing to put up with us and everything. And then finally, Ms. Johnson, thanks for convincing me to keep going with it, even though it was going to be hard to try and balance the band life and the debate life, because you convinced me that it was possible. And without you, without my mom at school, I don't think I'd be where I am today. So thank you for everything. And then to the rest of you, thank you with the team. I really hold and cherish these moments to my heart. Those moments that with the underclassmen and stuff, you guys have just come up and asked questions, or whenever we work together on stuff. Please know that these will be moments that I'll never be able to forget. So thank you.